Okay, I'm making a video about not being a jerk. So, as you may or may not know, college kinda sucks. Yeah, there's really no good way I can touch on that. And I'm not talking about the classes. That's what I'm there for. I'm talking about the people. You may or may not have the same problem that I do, and if you don't, this means you're one of those people or you're the most oblivious person in the world like I used to be. I'm talking about, and you don't see this as much on smaller campuses, like community colleges. You see them at the big colleges, like Ole Miss or the University of Memphis or wherever the big ones are where you're at, depending on where you are. I'm talking about the frat people, frat boys and the sorority girls and people that just seem to go out of their way to make you miserable because you're not like them. And they always have a certain look too. More recently, the frat boys, they either look really, really young or sometimes they look like hipsters. There are hipsters on campus. They're not frat boys, I don't think, but they act like them and they will treat you like it. But yeah, don't be a jerk. If you see somebody and you think that they're a loser because they're different from you, keep it to yourself. Okay? I'm not saying don't stand up for other people. I'm saying keep negative thoughts and opinions to yourself. I was actually called a freak on the first day of university this semester. I don't care if you're one of my friends, you can call me a freak. I get that. I know what you're saying. You're having fun and you're saying it in a good way. If somebody that I don't know, namely, and this is describing the girl that called me a freak, blonde chicks with tan skin and short shorts with the oversized sports t-shirt on, calls you a freak, someone you've never seen before in your entire life. It's not meant as a compliment. Even though the word itself doesn't bother you, coming from that person that you don't know, it's meant as an insult, and that's what hurts. I am a freak. I know that. I'm a freak geek. I'm a geeky freak. Who even cares? But it's not even that I was dressed up in my geek outfits, geek outfits. I wasn't even dressed in one of my graphic t-shirts, okay? I was wearing this thing. You see this? This has no graphic design. This is a regular, everyday, ordinary t-shirt. It just happens to have long sleeves because I don't like showing off my skin. I don't care if you think someone is a jerk or a freak or whatnot. Don't go out of your way to let them know. And especially don't go out of your way to start spreading rumors. A few semesters ago, somebody that I had never seen before told someone else that I was gay. If you assume that someone is gay, that's okay. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell someone else that they are, because you don't know. I'm not gay. It actually really hurt to hear. I overheard this. It really hurts to hear people say stuff like that about you. And the worst part is when somebody hears the same thing about you and comes up to you and starts talking to you based on that. It's a very hurtful thing to do to others. I can't stress enough how hard it is already trying to go into. Some of us have severe social anxieties. Me, not as bad as others, but I still have it. We try hard enough to go to class in the first place. Still, it's difficult because there's a lot of people there that don't like you because you don't like the same things that they do. They're young. They act like they're still in high school. It's not high school, it's college. You get the difference? Get the difference. High school is not college, and college is not high school. You should not be acting that way. You shouldn't even be acting that way in high school. If so, what's wrong with you? If you found this hard to listen to, you may be the one doing the hurting. Okay? Don't be a jerk. Some of us, like me, really hate to disappoint people. I don't enjoy having people angry at me for something that I may or may not have done, because I see that they're angry at me. I don't understand why. So I spend all day or even sometimes all week trying to figure out what I did to piss them off, when I may not have done anything at all. To reiterate, don't be a jerk. Don't call people names. Unless you're close friends with them, then you can call them as many names as you want, because they know you. They know you, and they know it's all in good fun. You know, like I said, you can call me a geek or a freak as long as I know that you don't mean it in the negative insult context, because that's very hurtful to me and to anyone else that hears it directed at them. Even when I don't like someone, I still try to be as polite towards them as possible, because that's a professional attitude. And I'm not saying that you have to be professional every day. I'm saying you have to be a decent human being. Act like a decent human being. You will have more friends for it. More people will like you for it. Unless you enjoy hanging out with the frats and the sororities and everybody that is indecent. I'm not saying all of them are indecent, but some of them. Most of them are, in my experience. I'm a non-conventional student. I'm 24 years old. Most of my peers are 20 right now. I say peers in the sense of classmates. My classmates, they're either 20 or some of them are 18. I'm not a conventional student, and unfortunately, I don't know, I don't want to say unfortunately, but I do not have the appearance of a 24-year-old. People think that I'm much younger than I am. That can be a good thing, but that can also be devastating, because they also think that you're either on their level, and by that I mean age level, or you're younger than them, and that means they think that they can get away with taunting you. Some of them might not even care if you are 24, like 5 or 6 years older than them, even 30 years older than them. They might not even care. And at that point, just cut off all contact, because if you can't respect your elders, then I don't want to have anything to do with you. This was a Lizzy's rant. I apologize. Next time, I guess I'll talk about something much more lighthearted. So, bye-bye. And you're the damsel in distress. I'm gonna save you, and I'm gonna hug you and be all masculine. I don't want to effeminate. And I will be picking that back up again today. If you have reached the end of this video, kudos for you. Hooray!